Let's get a dose of business news now with Ed Boyd, our business reporter. Ed, good morning to you. So we've got a few bank annual general meetings this week, starting with Westpac today. What's the theme going to be here?
Pete, good morning. Look, I think the general theme's going to be bank bosses are going to talk up Australia's economic recovery, and they're also going to talk in detail about Australia's property market, which is one of their biggest earners. So property prices across the country up almost 20% this year, but the market is starting to turn a bit. So expect some commentary from the bank bosses on that. So today we've got Westpac, tomorrow it's ANZ, and then Friday, it's National Australia Bank. Westpac are going to be in focus today because their profit this year was not as good as what shareholders were expecting. They had some big costs that they had to bear on their balance sheet, and that pushed the share price down 7% on the day they reported their results back in October. So they'll be under a bit of pressure. All three AGMs are going to be held virtually, like most have been this year, so shareholders won't be able to attend in person, but you can attend online and ask questions, so please do.
Okay, tomorrow the US Federal Reserve is expected to wind back its economic stimulus too. What will that mean for the RBA, Ed?
It's going to put pressure on the Reserve Bank. So we're expecting the US Federal Reserve to make their announcement at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and they're expected to start winding back their own economic stimulus. So the US Federal Reserve buys $120 billion in bonds per month. They're expected to wind that back by $30 billion each month over the next couple of months. So that's a sign of them taking the foot off the accelerator pedal a bit in regards to economic stimulus. And it's going to put pressure on the Reserve Bank to think about what we're doing, because in Australia, we're still buying $4 billion in bonds a month. It's much less than the US, but it's still a significant amount. And tomorrow, we're actually going to hear from the Reserve Bank Chief, Phil Lowe. He's at a business summit in Wagga Wagga, so he may actually even provide some commentary on what the US Federal Reserve has done. So it'll be all up to him tomorrow morning.
All right, and also tomorrow, Ed, the unemployment numbers for November will be released. And economists are predicting 200,000 jobs to be created.
200,000 jobs. This is the big month of job creation that the government's really been talking up over the last couple of weeks. So the main reason why it's so many jobs, normally we would never see 200,000, is due to the participation rate. People rejoining the workforce in the month of November. The participation rate's expected to jump by almost 1%, which is a pretty significant amount. The unemployment rate itself, it's at 5.2 in October. It's going to fall to about 5% in the month of November. So 200,000 jobs, great for the economy. And hopefully these are mostly full-time jobs rather than part-time jobs, but we'll have to see what happens tomorrow morning.
Okay, Ed Boyd, appreciate that. Thank you.